Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, I had a few messages though to say not to be too easy on you, not to feel sorry for you. It's like you received what you deserved. I'm not sure if that's a positive thing, but karma's been at work, and that I'm not to feel sorry for you, so I'm not to like mollycoddle you. Look, I've just got a message to come through, okay? And we are actually going to use the Tarot of Sexual Magic. Let's just see what truths want to come out. In the kindest way, you've done this to yourself. So, should we have a look at the cards? I was just tidying up from yesterday's reading. So it's like I want to apologise now if I come across as being detached. We just pick the cards as we want to. Okay. I'm singing the lyrics. I've got a problem and I don't know what to do about it. I'm not sure that's the right tune. I've got a problem and I don't know what to do about it. Okay. Her hair is so long. It's like this is it's been a long time coming. What card is this? The Knave of Wands, the Page of Wands, feeling passionate. I've got a problem, I don't know what to do about it. Okay. But we're taken to like the length of her hair. I don't think that's a problem. Well, maybe, because it's suggesting that it's been a long time. She's kicked her shoe off. She's kicked her shoe off, okay. What is this energy that's swirling around? Because you can see it in the tree trunk here. Good morning. It's afternoon, isn't it? It was 1:11 when I came on. 1311. Hi, Original. Good afternoon, Lucy. I just had a little birdie land on my opened window. For water. Okay. Searching for water. So he's thirsty, this little birdie. I was just sitting in the garden, and over the other side of the fence there was like a lot of rustling sounds. So there's me thinking that it's one of the cats, and like there's all birds in the trees with their nests. But so I was kind of trying to make a distraction to like scare the cat away, leave the birds alone. And but I don't think it was, because normally the birds go crazy if there's a cat nearby. They send out the call, you hear it. She's walking across the fence. But most of the time she just jumps over and she heads towards like the railway tracks. I'm not sure. I'd like to get a little camera, see where she goes. And so yeah, you hear her kind of jump down. So I don't think it was her. But I had this vision of like there being a pigeon the other side. I don't know what he was doing, collecting stuff. I don't know. But yeah, I don't think it was a cat. The birds were all quiet, so I felt, because it was quite noisy, as if like tugging at the twigs, or it was a noisy rustling sound. It's taken to like now the cat's amongst the pigeons. Okay, well, there's someone that's taken a leap of faith. So the gathering up of items, that's what because I felt, okay, he's probably pulling at twigs or just collecting stuff to take with him. Yeah, okay. Driven by, I can say it, driven by a dirty mind. The couple in the background here. And this is a very desirable card. The Page of Wands is a very sexual energy. Okay. But he has this snake that's... What's that just fell down? He had a fairy. He had a snake. He had a snake. Like nipping at his... not very much his ankle. It's more his... what's the bottom of the leg called? What's that called? The bottom part of the leg. Not the thigh, it's that part. The shin. Okay. Oh, that's interesting, because it took me to like the shin, and I recommended Florence Scovel shin the other day, so, because I'd say hungry for knowledge, but you could be thirsty for knowledge to keep being topped up. What's next? What's next? There's always like more to tap into. Should we say that? Uncover, but tap into. There's this swirling energy here around the tree of wisdom. Okay, so he's wise now. That's why you're not to feel sorry for him. He's got to get himself out of his own messes, dirty patches. Dirty bib. Yeah, 2 of Cups. 0 points, so that's the energy of starting over. There's no colour to this card yet because he hasn't, like, arrived. Once he does, it will all be quite colourful, so this is a sketch. Oh, it's a bit like a... Because it's been such a long time, it's all a bit sketchy. But it's like you never forget how to ride a bike. Nice. There are flower petals there though, but I felt like they were chocolates. Sweet like chocolate. So there's going to be no colour here, like in this masculine's life, until he's united with... I was going to say the one, but it's actually the 2 of you when you're united. It's been a long time. Good afternoon, good morning, Cynthia. Wow, sexual magic. That took a change. Switched from the phone to the tablet and the energy shifted. There's a lot of energy shifting. Okay, I can go to like Florence Scovel Shin, one of her books. I haven't shared it because I did share 2 the other day on the community tab. And I was only thinking this morning, I wonder who's actually gone away and listened to them. But the really good one, well, they're all good. I believe it's Your Word is Your Wand. That's a really good one because she gives you all these affirmations. Because I take it she was obviously, should we say, a teacher, but people will contact her and ask her to speak the word because they have more faith in her speaking the word than themselves. So, and that's just an affirmation. You could say an incantation. Spoken word. So I felt so many energy shifts go as I'm talking through certain topics. Very interesting. And it's like there is immediate change. Your word is the wand. So wonder why I mashed... Did you mash up closer? My eyesight's a little bit blurry. Wondered why I mashed up closer with... What's that say? Neo's other song while I was switching devices. So that's the song I was singing. They're the lyrics that come through, and I said, but I don't feel it's in the tune. It's like, I've got a problem and I don't know what to do about it, even if I could. And it's something about, I don't think I would quit anyway. Okay. Because I've been listening to an audio the other day, and it was speaking about like addictions and dealing with things that you would maybe class as addictions. So it's like, am I addicted to spirituality? I'm not addicted to spirituality. I enjoy doing spirituality, so it's not an addiction of mine. It's something that I'm actually wanting to do. Addictions are things that you kind of want to knock on the head because you think that they're unhealthy for you. So let's take sex. You don't need to knock that on the head, do you? It's healthy for you in a healthy connection. So if you have this desire to get up close, personal, feel connected, allowing the energy just to source through your body, I don't view that as being like a bad thing. Actually, being addicted to karmic situations and drama and negativity, well, that's evidence of itself, whether or not you're addicted to that, because that's what will occur in your life. So it's like your inside state of being will reveal itself to you in the outside, in your outside world. You create your own experience, should we say that, with your thoughts. So this experience is still a little bit sketchy because the two of you have not spent long enough together to actually create some colour that doesn't seem to fade. He wants to put some colour into this connection. Spice it up. Colours of the world, spice up your life. Every boy and every girl, spice up your life. People of the world. Is that a fairy there, I spy, Cynthia? The last audiobook I took in from her was Developing Your Intuition. Yeah, I enjoyed that one. Well, I won't be able to tell you the difference really between them, but I do remember that the word, it's one that I would go back to if I found myself like in a negative mindset about something, and you know, what were the words? Let's speak those words. The more that you listen to it, the more it becomes instilled within. Your subconscious mind will pick up on it. Okay. Love the fairies. Yeah, I love the fairies. 10 of Chalices. Okay, I'm just going to have a look at this because in a way I feel like this is the energy of, oh, okay, yeah, it would be. Beck and call. Being at your beck and call. So I've just spoken about, but I don't mean that in a negative way. That's why it's, let's have a look at this energy because no one is anyone's slave. Okay, so the 10 of chalices, 10 of cups. This is your happily ever after. But I feel this masculine actually wants to serve this feminine. Serve her up some chocolates and whatever she wants. Okay. I'm out of chocolates. I've only got one left. Keep her sweet. I'll keep her sweet. Okay. So there's the need here to keep the divine feminine sweet, which in a way is don't corrupt her with your addiction to drama, negativity. So there's been an awakening. Again, very sketchy image. It's like he doesn't actually know really what's in store for him, but he knows that it's going to be very colourful, very spicy, very fantastic. I'm taken to like the fantastic Mr. Fox. Okay, here comes the wooing. The wooing, the wooing. Not the worrying, the wooing. So he's got some making up to do. Some time to make up for. Okay. Well, that then suggests that he's actually putting it on his, he's putting on his priority list. Top of the list? For his soul, for inner peace. And inner peace, and you're going to give me another word to go with that. No, just in a piece. Coffee. Coffee will be good. Coffee's always good. Keeps you awake. Some coffee, a little grope. Like, what is it you want? A massage? Do you want me to tickle your leg with this rose? Would you like a cup of coffee? Some flowers? Some foreplay? French vanilla creamer, please, and that. Oh, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, yeah. Like Coffee Mate. Yeah. I always say, what's worse than having no coffee? No Coffee Mate. I love Coffee Mate. I love coming to the States because you have vanilla Coffee Mate, and I believe you have a caramel one as well. So, very nice. Oh, okay. And then this continues. Look, he's like dressed. You're getting dressed. And he's still playing with you. So that's about this colour not fading. You're in the barn. Are you in the barn? It feels like you are in the barn. Would you like to, like, make out, have some fun, make out in a haystack? Oh my goodness, where's this going? I love Coffee Mate. Yeah, me too. Coffee's not the same without it. I've been drinking black coffees now most of the day until after dinner. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm not a lover of black coffee. And I'm not a lover of coffee with no sugar. Unless it's like a vanilla latte with, like, well, vanilla in it, then you don't need any extra sweeteners. But I do like a, yeah, coffee with milk and Coffee Mates. It's not just Coffee Mate and no milk. You have to have full fat milk as well. Full pasteurised milk, is that what it's called? None of that semi-skimmed shit. Or the one that looks like water. I mean... and 2 spoons of sugar. It helps the medicine go down in a most delightful way. I love my own coffee. Best cup of coffee ever. My coffee, and I love making coffee for people and then watching, like, their reaction. And I'd say, I'm not sure I've actually dished up a cup of coffee to someone that didn't like it. Well, unless you don't like milk and sugar, then I'm not even going to attempt, am I? I always ask them about the coffee whitener, but if it was me, I'd just put it in and just... Okay, and this is long-lasting. Ace of Wands. Look, the fire's burning. You're falling asleep. He gets to watch you while you sleep. Because he's, like, wide awake. Too much coffee, so they say. I was taken to, like, the Wide Awake Club. So back in the day, in the 80s, so there was a Saturday morning show called Whack-A-Day. So, and we're wide awake. It's good to know you're ready, and we're wide awake. So on your mark, get set, go. It's Whack-A-Day, no school today. Feels like a Sunday today. Here's what you got to do. Here's what you got to do. Okay, let's, what was that last card? Oh, yeah. Okay. Here's what you got to do. Hang on in there, baby. For some reason... Oh, hold on. I've missed some messages. So, originals retreated. Oh, retracted something. Cynthia, I wish I didn't taste bitterness like others taste sourness. Laugh out loud. I always feel them two are very similar, do you not? Whether it's bitter or sour. Okay. Cynthia, my mum always had black coffee also. OG. Does that mean oh God? For the original, for some reason, I used to like it, not enjoying the milky stuff at the moment. It is interesting you say that, because I felt a little bit sicky on my coffee this morning. And, like, there was the option to have a McDonald's breakfast, and I said no. It's like, alarm bells, I know, seriously. It's like, we're having McDonald's breakfast, do you want a McDonald's breakfast? I'm like, no, I feel a bit sicky. But I have still continued to make myself my cup of coffee. Okay. A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. Let's have a look and see what we're serving up today then. Got noisy all of a sudden. I'm going to hold them up this way today because it's quite a stretch for my fingers. And it just doesn't feel comfortable, so. Death, that's the bottom of the, what did I look at? The Thoth Tarot is the death. You know, I showed you yesterday. And I giggle because that noise came and I felt like it was a chainsaw. And I said, don't cut off your arms and legs. Like, don't, arms and legs, that's right. Don't cut off your limbs. Remember? I'm not so sure that he's the one that's been like, well, it'd be helpless, wouldn't he? About his limbs. So, are you like his right arm? I even have a rash on my face at the moment from an overreaction to a product I use. So there's this sensitivity energy about. Yeah. Okay, so because I feel this is a feminine figure, the snake, snapping, biting at his ankle, at his shin. She could be thinning him. And look, this energy is being sent out, isn't it? So is he in pieces? That in the distance there, got a pain in my side then. Takes me to like a grave stone. So if this masculine's been cut into pieces, poisoned, it's not the bite that kills you, it's the venom. But is it Stockholm syndrome, when you keep going back to like your abuser? Death. The energy of like this feminine will be the death of him. She's going to put him in an early grave. It looks like she's already got it prepared. Balance, temperance here. Same room. Same room. Different Alexa coming out because this is a blending. Temperance. Got the rainbow, which is your 10 of cups. So instead of a grave, have a look at this. So this now takes me to the Divine Feminine's energy. Although I keep picking up on the cards that it's not the Divine Feminine's energy, but it is a feminine energy in essence, a guardian. And they're like putting the pieces together. Because there's like parts of like the missing jigsaw puzzle, the missing pieces. So this masculine, if he's in pieces, it's through the Divine Feminine, we can say that this, it's a different energy that's being sent out from the same room though. Who's more powerful? I don't think it's about that, but light will always overcome the darkness. Or light blocks out the darkness. Look at this. So here we've got the rainbow, and here we've got like a tombstone. Here we've got beauty and radiance and growth and magic. And here we've got dark magic. She's here to lift your spirits higher. Oh, we've gone back to the barn now. So, I'm now trying to find a needle in a haystack. But what does the needle represent? What is it that we're trying to find in this haystack? Ourselves? Okay, how do we find you quickly? Because I was taken to that chainsaw out there. I don't know the name of the machinery, but then you have one that spins that cuts like metal. And that's what that sounded like, that equipment that was being used out there. Where the other day I felt it was a chainsaw with like wood. Now we're metal, but we want a metal detector. To be able to find a needle in a haystack. The metal then took me to gold. Like you are gold. But you're suffocated all underneath all this hay. In a way, it's a bit like saying you got hay fever. I mean, seriously. I can't see how you could be allergic to nature, unless you've been told otherwise that you could be. But for me, it's just... You only need to sneeze, don't you? Or have a sniffle and say, oh, that's hay fever. Oh, please be quiet. That Florence Scovel Shin says, you know, about people like that that put that out. Oh, you got hay fever, or... Oh, I mean, Jamie gave me a perfect example because they went away to like a family wedding, his family, and, you know, was told, well, it won't be long before like your back goes because it's hereditary, and it went about that age for me, and she would say, them people are a menace to society. They're a menace to the family. Yeah, menace. Put you in an early grave just by talking like that. He was on about like Crohn's disease, and he said, I don't even know what Crohn's disease is. I said, don't look into it either. Why do you need to know that? And he actually said, I'm healthy. I said, yes, you are. And then like after maybe about 5 years or so, maybe even longer than that, he meets up with these people, and it's like they're already diagnosing his future health. Menaces. I even have... Oh no, I've already read that part. Okay. I'm not going to read it again. I'm not going to read about rashes. Like, for someone to like plant that into that seed into your mind, it like takes double effort to unprogram you from that that program, that data that someone else has given to you. Yeah, not good, not healthy. 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're best to just work on yourself, connect with the animals. Allergic to cats. It's another thing, isn't it? It's just like, come on. And I will tell you one thing that I've noticed with Divine Masculines. A lot of them are kind of anti-cats to start with, and then become extremely connected with cats. I've noticed that. Like, really anti-cats. I don't really comprehend register with anyone who's really anti anything. That's quite a, just let it be, isn't it? It's like, I hate cat. Strong words to be using. I mean, the cats are never going to be nice to you, are they? They're going to come and shit in your garden, pull up your plants. If you talk like that to cats, that's exactly what they're going to do. Your word is your wand. Now, what about dogs? The dog feels sorry for you. There you go. If you want someone to feel sorry for you, then the dog will. I think he'll soon get bored of it. King of Cups. So I'm having a look at him working hard, chiseling away at this this sketch. Should we say it's not a sketch? What it is? Etching. Itching. Ah, that's the allergy. Maybe you're just like allergic. If you want to say that you're allergic to something, why don't we say you're allergic to toxicity? I mean, that's going to be more healthier for you, isn't it, in the long run? I'm allergic to negativity. It makes you go, ugh, don't like that. Like, seriously, I can even say this, and this is, you have to change the way that you kind of speak the words, but it was only today, it was like, certain environments, it's like, I physically can't stand, like, near these people. There's just this, ugh. Like, especially from, like, workplace, that's what I was thinking about. Like, now that I'm kind of out of an environment, it was like, I realised now, like, it was actually getting to the point where these people would be kept away from me, but whenever they came near me, it was a horrible feeling. And I'm not going to work in them environments. It causes anxiety. It's like, and I can say, it's like, I done that to myself, like, a year and a half. I chose to put myself in that situations. I chose to work under such conditions. And then I chose not to. King of Cups. Three of Pentacles, that's working towards collaborating. But it's like he's not collaborating with any of these. Could be collaborating with the cats now. Wise cats. The cats amongst the pigeons. And then we've got the King of Cups. Actually, he's not really paying attention to the dog now, is he? That's interesting, because dog spelt backwards is God. So you talk to your dog. Well, you talk to your pets, but you talk to your dog. You take your dog out for a walk, and they're very obedient and loving. I mean, they're always pleased to see you. And, but I don't think the dog's pleased to see you in this state of being. So now you've actually found connection, like, past that, past the animals, and you can connect with God. Because whilst you're talking to the dog, I mean, the dog's relaying. That's energy, that's spirit, just in that dog's vessel. It's relaying it all. So you've been speaking to God. I was then taken to the cat, and spelling cat backwards is tack. And I was thinking, oh, we could have some tact. But tic-tac-toe, I was taken to. Noughts and crosses. We've got some noughts here, haven't we? Noughts and crosses. So if you were giving someone like noughts or crosses, you give the cross to the person, and I feel that this is quite neutral. Hugs and kisses, is that what noughts and crosses means? Right, let's move on from this. Should we get some other cool cards? You guys got anything you want to say? The portals there. Taking a moment to celebrate because you've you know. You just know. That your life is changing is just taking a moment where you actually walk through that, open up that door and walk through the portal. Three of Cups, a time for celebration. Let's read this message of the Three of Cups. They're in number order. Celebration, friendship and gifts. A time for celebration. There may be a specific event such as a marriage or birth. Take the time to enjoy the pleasures of friendship. Belly's rumbling. Joy and energy. Receiving help or gifts. The end of a difficult or exhausting period in your life. Success in the arts. I was just about to get the Tarot of Sexual Magic again. It's like I've forgotten that I'd already used them. That's interesting. That actually come through my mind, is that I have kind of forgotten, well, apart from appreciating what I've lifted from my life, it's like that whole year and a half, like it's like it didn't exist. I don't really need to dwell on it. We just move on. Okay, let's get some oracle. The Sacred Destiny cards. Power. Got two cards. Power and flow. I was going to say the cards felt snappy, and I was going to say snap, snap, but it's more chop, chop. Power. So somebody is at breaking point. Mountain thunder. Like the fist of God thrusting up towards the heavens, the stark, ragged mountain holds firm as thunderbolts crash down on all sides. The sound is deafening as it echoes from mountain peak to mountain peak. Mountains represent strength, power and permanence, as well as being a potent symbol for attaining spiritual heights as they extend into the sky towards the heavens. So what else is, oh, that's interesting. This one. I saw the Six of Cups, which is memories of love, but there are two children here. So this masculine could be taking time out to be with his children. Thunder and lightning traditionally represent surging power, enlightenment and revelations of divine matters. Thunder ignites our deeper self and activates our primal and deep emotions. Together, the mountain and thunder symbolise immense power, vitality and strength. Okay, the sacred landscape wants you to know this is your time. This is the time to claim your power and step into your potential. This doesn't necessarily mean that you will be without fear. You might feel uncertain, but do it anyway. Be courageous, let the world hear your voice. Take a stand. Stand up for yourself and for others. Share your passion. Teach from the heart. Write, and your words will have great meaning. Hold your body as if you are incredibly valiant, noble and brave. After all, you are. So I said I felt like you were gold, okay? You just need to realise that. Flow. That moon's bright, isn't it? Flow. Oh, it's getting brighter as well as we're approaching the full moon. Meandering river. A meandering river is a waterway that curves, bends, turns and seems to swing side to side as it flows forward. So this swinging from side to side Felt like it was like the same room, but from which side? This side to this side, this side to this side. This side to this side, like until you decide. Viewed from above, it looks sinuous and even snake-like. Meandering rivers are dynamic as they wind their way across valley floors and bring life, giving sediment to new habitats. The word meander was derived from the ancient Meander River, which flows into the Aegean Sea. The Greeks created symbols for meander that have been described as some of the most important symbols for the ancient Greek culture. They represent the fluid movement of water and the eternal flow of all life. The twisting patterns were also thought to represent the serpent, which was the symbol of healing, hence our present-day symbol for doctors in the caduceus. If that's how you say that. I was taken to this, because I picked up the swirling energy. Oh, it's not on this tree. What was it on? Oh, it was in the other cards, wasn't it? Okay. The secret landscape wants you to know there are times to hold on tight to the shore, and there are times to enter the flow. Notice where life is going and move in that direction. Watch for signs and follow them. Don't resist. When you go with the flow, your life force expands and healing on all levels abounds. This is also the time to release old, limiting patterns, forgive, and let go of the need to be right about your beliefs. If you aren't feeling the smooth currents of life, it might mean that you're being self-critical or judgmental. When you enter the flow with gratitude and love, you will find blessings surrounding you. You will enter into a state of grace, and healing will abound. So there's more to come. Once you open up this door. Okay. Forty 43 minutes. Been in for quite a long time. Okay. You'll see it when you believe it. Not you'll believe it when you see it, you'll see it when you believe it. There's some bullet points here. I'm going to read from here. Whatever. Whatever you enjoy receiving in your life, remind yourself, I deserve this. I'm so pleased, because I felt at the beginning like I wasn't to be like soft on you or feel sorry for you, because you deserve this. It didn't feel very positive, but we do deserve what we get given. So whatever you enjoy receiving in your life, remind yourself, I deserve this. It is okay to feel deserving, and you will if you believe the self that is receiving something is worthy and important. Okay. So you have to believe that yourself, the self that is receiving, is worthy and important. Abundance is related to how you feel about yourself. If you feel that you are important enough to ask and divine enough to receive, receiving will be your reward. If, on the other hand, you feel unworthy, it will be almost impossible for abundance to flow into your life. Think of how a tree unfolds to all of its magnificent potential, always reaching for the sunshine and growing and flourishing. Would you ever suggest to a tree you should be ashamed of yourself for having that disgusting moss on your bark and for letting your limbs grow crooked? I think we're like hitting on something, aren't we? Because it comes in with like the limbs and the tree. I don't need to clarify with you what I've already clarified. Would you ever suggest to a tree, you should be ashamed of yourself for having that disgusting moss on your bark and for letting your limbs grow crooked? Of course not. A tree allows the life force to work through it. You have the power within your thoughts to be as natural as that tree. I often remind myself of this by recalling something Lao Tzu said thousands of years ago. The snow goose need not bathe to make itself white. Neither need you do anything but be yourself. I'm going to carry on. Softly and kindly remind yourself, I cannot own anything. It is a valuable thought to keep in mind as you struggle to improve your financial picture, worry about investments, and plan how to acquire more and more. It is a universal principle which you are part of. You must release everything when you truly awaken. Are you letting your life go by in frustration and worry over not having enough? If so, relax and remember that you only get what you have for a short period of time. When you awaken and see the folly of being attached to anything, I apologise for my detachment. I don't really need to apologise for that, do I? That's it. When you awaken, you see the folly of being attached to anything. Use affirmations as a regular part of your life. Use every technique that you can to attract abundance. Walls, mirrors, the refrigerator, your car are all great spaces for displaying written affirmations. A positive affirmation helps you to shape your thoughts around your wants. A positive affirmation helps you to be authentically aligned with your thoughts. Your beliefs need to be affirmed regularly in order for you to see them in the world of form. Whenever you are tempted to give less, try giving a little extra instead. When you find yourself living out of the old stingy habit, it helps to stop yourself on the spot in your mind and then exhibit a completely new way of being. You will be shocked at how much more begins circulating back into your life. To say nothing of how much better you will feel inside because of that special effort you extended to another person. It truly feels good to give a little extra. As they say, it is never crowded along the extra mile. Abundance is a universal principle that many of us do not experience because we misinterpret it. We believe it means having things and striving for more of those things, but abundance really means understanding that our eternity and our universe are endless. It is a different way of seeing. I have always loved the following little fish story, which illustrates beautifully the intent of this chapter. Excuse me, said one ocean fish to another. You are older and more experienced than I, and will probably be able to help me. Tell me, where can I find this thing they call the ocean? I've been searching for it everywhere, and to no avail. The ocean, said the older fish, is what you are swimming in now. Oh, this? But this is only water. What I'm searching for is the ocean, said the young fish, feeling quite disappointed. We too are already immersed in total abundance. We do not have to keep trying to find it. No matter how far that little fish swims, he will never run out of ocean. It is as universally abundant for him as our universe is for us. Decide how you are going to live each of your days. Abundance is yours for the asking. It is not something that is available only for a lucky few. Abundance is a part of your very humanity. It is there for you to tune into right now. Whatever you are thinking right now is expanding for you. You will ultimately take action on those thoughts. Wow. That was good. I like that. Did you like that? I like that. I want some more. I want some more. Thirsty. Realise there is no such thing as failure. Yeah, we can realise that. You ready for this realisation? Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. Number 4. Just for you, Mr. Emperor. Well, Divine Feminines. Okay. I don't believe the Divine Feminines believe that they are a failure. They're the Divine Feminine. They realise their divinity. Okay, so realise there is no such thing as failure. Keep this in mind and you will achieve all that you conceive in your mind. You never fail, you simply produce results. Always results. If you make an attempt to hit a golf ball 100 yards and it dribbles off to the right, you have not failed. You have produced a result. Your concept of failure comes from believing someone else's opinion about how you could have hit the golf ball. Right, let's reread that. Your concept of failure comes from believing someone else's opinion about how you could have hit the golf ball. But in our reality, you could not have hit the golf ball any other way than how you hit it. You have produced a result. Then you either berate yourself or you place the ball back up on the tee and proceed from the result that you produced. If you do this 200 times, you still have not failed. You simply have produced 200 results. Thus, following the principles of visualization, if you want to be able to hit a golf ball down the fairway 100 yards or more in the air, you must be willing to do what it takes to make it happen. Very, very simply, you do not do what it takes. Okay. It's very, very simple. Sorry. Very, very simple. You do not do what it takes for your spouse. Or for Arnold Palmer. Who's Arnold Palmer? Palmer. And do what it takes for you. 100 swings, 200, 6,000. If you want to make your vision a reality in the world of form, you must be willing to do what it takes and remind yourself that you cannot fail at being yourself. You can only produce results. Supposing you weigh 250 pounds and would like to weigh 125 pounds, you have not failed. You have produced massive results. Now, apply the 4 principles of thoughts as things. See yourself as the 125 pound person. Get an image of this person in your mind and never, never let that image out. You will then begin acting on that image and find your eating and exercising habits shifting to fit the image. Secondly, remind yourself that the 125 pound person that you visualise yourself to be already here. Oh, okay. So secondly, remind yourself that the 125 pound person that you visualise yourself to be is already here, even though he or she is surrounded by 125 extra pounds. Thirdly, be willing to do whatever it takes to bring about your visualisation to reach your objective. Not what worked for your sister, for your visualisation. Finally, remind yourself that you cannot fail at this process. You will only produce results. If the results continually are that you do not lose weight, get to work to discover the belief system that is keeping you fat, because it is your thoughts that are creating the unwanted results. The most effective methods for doing this, in my opinion, are in the programs which emphasise that you have your own answers. Find the approach that suits you, an approach involving self-responsibility and understanding that what you believe is what you see. You might try dream work, whereby you pursue knowing yourself better by inviting solutions, answers, and clarifications to come to you from your inner consciousness through your dreams and meditation. You are the dreamer of your dreams. Okay, let's finish with a Rumi message, guys. 5555 on the counter. Okay. The Dissolving Lights, card number 3. I died as mineral and became a plant. I died as plant and rose to animal. I died as animal and I became human. Why should I fear anything? When was I ever less by dying? Rumi. Dare to take my hand and become set alight with holy fire, my cherished one. Step forward with me, let us burn together, dissembled in the lights that cannot be extinguished. This is the light that burns with such incandescent truth that no falsehood can withstand its audacious vibrancy. Come with me now to the light, and together we shall melt into truth. There is a light so intense, so powerful that nothing other than itself, its own truth, can exist in its presence. So this takes me to that feeling of certain toxic, draining, negative energy. It's like can't actually stand to be like in the same space. So there is a light so intense, so powerful that nothing other than itself, its own truth, can exist in its presence. It is the sacred seed, the star of your being, lit up from within. It is the light that never goes out. It is the light that is so powerful, it is beyond duality of light and dark, cannot ever be extinguished or diminished, and quite simply, beyond all logic, just is. Certainly no lie or deception, no boundary or defence, can remain intact in its presence. The blazing divinity of this light sears through any pretense, annihilates illusions, and takes us into stark experience of divine truth. It is gentleness, and yet it cannot be overcome. It is enduring power, and yet it is tender. Though you seek the divine, and even know it as love, you also know that it is fierce, wild, inexplicable, and demanding beyond all measure. It wants you completely, utterly, without condition. There will be times in your life, such as now, when there is something not worthy of you that must be released. This is a falsehood, a lie or deception of some sort that you have come to believe about yourself, your life, or perhaps even another. You may know what the deception is, or it may be about to be unveiled. It is not a cause for fear or concern, but for celebration. An illusion has or soon will be replaced, and you shall become freer, free in a way that only truth can provide. This oracle comes to you as a sign of that which is to come, and soon. The beloved divine presence is calling to you. I've got such goosebumps. I was going to call them chills. I got chills! They're multiplying. Okay. It says it's coming soon, okay? This oracle comes to you as a sign of that which is to come and soon. The beloved divine presence is calling to you, igniting within your deepest being so that it may have its way with you. The divine wishes to live through you and into the world, reaching into the hearts of many and igniting those hearts into greater life. It is a clever and insatiable lover. It will stop at nothing until the entire human race is restored to the wild, divine freedom of a static, divine reunion, completely and utterly ignited in love. And so the great lover, the divine, calls for you to enter into the white-hot field of its passionate presence. There will be sizzle and burn. It cannot be otherwise. In the height of summer, you cast aside the layers of clothing you acquire in the winter. This is natural. You do not need to think twice about it. As you approach the radiant sun of divinity, your emotional and psychological layers are to be shed too, for they are too heavy for the heat of the great spiritual sun. We cannot stand the heavenly heat, or what cannot stand the heavenly heat, is to be cast aside swiftly by conscious choice, or shall simply burn up, dissolving in the light and melting away. What is left shall be what is true. So here is your guidance, sweet lover of the great beloved. Give it up. The smallness, the conditions, the fears and doubts, the lack of reverence for yourself and life, the belief that somehow things are not okay and aren't going to work out. That is all a paltry attempt at truth. You are coming into a truth now that is far more worthy of you, a truth with a capital T, the big truth. Love, trust, surrender. This is about a sacred shedding without fear or holding back. Cast aside whatever would hold you back, rather than free you to fly into your divine destiny. You are not to be the same from this moment on. That is the holy word, the word inscribed in living divine fire in your sacred heart. This oracle brings you guidance. Trust in your changing perspective and perceptions. Don't hold on to what you once believed or thought to be true. Allow yourself to be shown another version of events, another way of perceiving. Don't focus on what is not working in your current estimation of things, for that is nothing more than a passing opinion. You are being given an opportunity to see and know yourself, others, and particular life circumstances very differently. Embrace it. Don't resist what is being shown to you, for even if there are some struggles in adjusting your view at first, ultimately this change in perception will free you and bring you more deeply into the wellspring of your own inner peace and happiness. Inner peace and happiness, that's the other word we were looking for. Good morning, Spotted Pony. Okay, just had Jamie send me a photograph, but I'm going to go and see them now, hang out with them for a bit, so I shall wait. And, well, I think that's it. Should we say that's it? Or should we get another card? Okay, yeah. I'll get a Mother Mary card. Hola, lovelies. I'm hoping that sunshine comes out today. A bit overcast again today. A bit chillier. It's like the temperature's dropped. Oh, and then Megan's just responded. Sweet. So Jamie sent a photo to the family chat. And his partners responded, sweet. I'm not sure what I'm talking about. Could be the garden. Lots going on in the garden. We're waiting for lots to go on in the garden. Lots of flowers are going to be appearing soon. And lots more on the way. Little seedlings. Anyway, I'm so enjoying the garden. Okay, Our Lady with the Moon at her feet and Our Lady of Starting Over. I'll read the beginning part of Our Lady with the Moon at her feet. Do feel that full moon energy here is very bright. And then interesting, because she's got a heart here, but then it's like over here she's holding on, and she's holding that heart. I was going to say she's cuddling it, but she's like got one hand around this heart here. And she's holding it close to her. A little flame coming out the top. So really, this is like a close-up, I'd say, because look at the flowers around her head here. So from a distance, but she's like in the, it's like the pillars, isn't it, to the High Priestess, but they're both black. So really tapping into your intuition there, because the black suggests feminine wisdom. Right, 36. The Lady with the Moon at her feet. I have heard your heart prayers. I have heard you calling to me silently in suffering, wanting to let go and grow, and finding that despite all your effort, still you must endure. It is as if you are sinking when you want to rise, falling when you want to fly. I come to you now with the moon at my feet and ask you to put your trust in me. I will help you outgrow that which no longer serves, so that what you struggle to attain now through effort, in time will come naturally to you. Have faith. What you want is possible, and I will help you get there. Our Lady is starting over. Okay. Soon it will be time to leave something behind you. I know that you may grieve this loss, even when you know deep within that it is for the best to let it go. Allow me to nourish you with the courage you need and the realization that this change is happening so that you can flourish and thrive. Your growth serves the growth of others too. You shall not cause loss or harm to that which you are releasing. All moves in my grace. Surrender your fear and doubt and trust in my unconditional loving grace for all beings. All situations have their purpose, but new purpose is calling you forward now. Even though it might be unfamiliar territory that you are feeling attracted towards, don't try to hide from it or avoid it. The Mother is guiding you, telling you that this is indeed the right way forward. The timing may already be happening or will be happening soon. There is no need to force things, for you will know when it is time to move on. Yet this oracle tells you, if it doesn't feel like time yet, it soon will. What will this moving on look like? It could be literal, as in the end of a relationship or business agreement, or a change in where you live. It could be letting go of an old identity or belief system. Or it may even be the releasing of a set of limitations that you placed on yourself because you thought that those limitations were appropriate for your age, your role in life, or some other reason. And now you are questioning that. Our Lady of Starting Over comes with guidance to forgive and live and let live. Guidance to feel all your emotions and to make peace as honestly as you can with whatever has transpired, not to be good, but to be free. Remember that people act according to their consciousness and wounds, perhaps doing the best that they can in the circumstance, but still not being very skillful or aware. This may cause harm, but you can move past this. Oh, they may cause harm. They may cause harm, but you can move past this, even if pain was inflicted upon you personally. In time, with the mother's help, you feel acceptance and peace through cultivating an awareness that they must have a reason for acting in that way, and their reason has nothing to do with you and everything to do with their own consciousness and wounding. How you respond to the pain of the past is what is relevant to your own growth now. Our Lady of Starting Over arises when you need help to put the past, especially a painful past, to rest. You are entering into a time when the loving mother's support will be helpful as you step onto a new path. She says that you are entitled to be free from all that has been, free to treat each and every moment as a completely fresh start, so as to release guilt and shame and to feel empowered to choose now based on what is in your heart. She says that her heart is larger than all your past suffering or confusion, so trust in her to help love you through this transition and support you in starting over now. All is well, beloved. Do not worry or fear. You can trust the flow of your life, and when you need to take a step, when the timing is right, deep within, with the mother's helpful assistance, you will know when to act and what to do. If you have been praying for a new start, but are yet to feel that it is happening, this oracle comes with this special message for you. Your new beginning is on its way to you now. Stay in the faith of your heart and trust in the mother's divine timing for you. There are some final connections, communications, and resolutions that need to happen for the current life phase to be completed karmically. It won't be long now, and soon you will be ready and free to move on with a fresh start and a refreshed heart. It won't be long now, and soon you will be ready and free to move on with a fresh start and a refreshed heart. How beautiful. Okay guys, I'll catch up with you all soon. Until then, take care, much love.